The strength of this network lies in the expertise of its members, and I'm going to hand over to many of them to take you through what I hope will be a fantastic, exciting, fun, inspiring day for everyone. Most notably, I'm going to hand over now to Leigh Daynes. Where are you, Leigh? Who is the chair of the current network and head of advocacy campaigns and communication at Plan UK. Thank you.
Thank you. Great, thank you very much indeed, Rachel. It's so good to see so many friends and colleagues in the same place at the same time. That's a rare treat, so welcome again. In 1977, 35 years ago, the Voyager 1 space probe was launched to study the outer solar system and interstellar space. So up there, out there somewhere, that space probe is making its steady journey and will become, I'm told, the first man-made object to leave the solar system. On board Voyager 1 is a gold-plated audio-visual disc, and on this disc there are pictures of the Earth, there are the sounds of the Earth, waves crashing on the beach, babies crying, and the words of the then President of the United States, imagine. And it also has Chuck Berry's Johnny Be Good on it. Now, I think communications have come a long way since we've been hurtling information into space in the event that that information happens to be discovered by intelligent life forms. But today is all about exploration, isn't it? It's all about discovery. It's about challenging each other, asking one another, what are the developments in communications that can, as Rachel says, improve the quality, the timeliness and the effectiveness of two-way communication and humanitarian assistance with those with whom we work. So really looking forward to hearing all of the contributions that I'm sure you all will make to those discussions. We are, of course, enormously grateful to everyone who has helped make these 2 days possible, to our sponsors, of course, particularly to our host, Google. And I want to say a special word to our principal funder that has enabled us to be together for these 2 days, and that's BBC Media Action. And I'm delighted that Caroline Nursey, the Executive Director of BBC Media Action, is able to be here today, an esteemed colleague with an illustrious career, including director positions at Oxfam, time with VSO in Ghana. Caroline's seen for herself the impact of information in Darfur through Radio Lifeline support, which was so critical in opening up access to Oxfam's water and sanitation programs in that place, by training a teacher. And I know, Caroline, the golden thread that weaves through all of that illustrious experience is your very firm belief and passion that information is empowering. So please join me in welcoming Caroline to the floor.
When BBC World Service Trust published Left in the Dark in October 2008, BBC World Service Trust is what we were before we became BBC Media Action. We were, I think, one of many, many voices who were making the point that information was absolutely critical in humanitarian emergencies. But we were one of many voices that were all talking independently. And it is so fantastic to be here today and to see everybody here having come together under CDAC to actually see the contributions that can come from the new technologies, from the older media, which are trying to be more interactive in the way they work, from the humanitarian agencies, the way that by coming together, we really can make that fundamental difference to the lives of people who are affected in emergency situations. As has just been said, in my previous existence, I worked for Oxfam and was particularly involved in the Darfur crisis, and desperately seeing how what we were doing as Oxfam in trying to reach, around 600,000 people, to get clean water, to get sanitation to them, how we were hugely helped when, in this case, BBC World Service Trust, but it could have been many other organisations, came in and amplified what we were doing. And I think it is all about the partnerships. By working together, we will reach the people and allow the people to tell us what they need. And I hope that by the end of tomorrow, we'll have a much clearer idea of the next steps to come. We are just about to publish. It should go live on our website this afternoon. The sequel to Left in the Dark, which is still left in the dark. And it should go live this afternoon, and it should be paper published in 2 or 3 weeks' time. I think people are still left in the dark, but there's much more of a glimmer of light than there was. And I was reading this over the weekend and really, really struck by the rate of progress that had happened in those 2.5 years because of all the different efforts of people in this room. And I think it's because it is the right moment. It's because we now do have the technologies, we do see the need to bring about the change, that it is happening. And I'm delighted that we've been able to help in supporting this and supporting CDAC. And I'm really looking forward to seeing what comes out of these next 2 days. Thank you.